Hello and good morning, my crafty creatures. Has it really only been a day since I've last been on? Jeez. Ugh. So far this week, each one of my cross stitches has gotten one day of work. Ugh. I did forget to categorize my Twitch stream. Let's see if that was the problem. Oh, one second. I'm categorizing my Twitch stream. Let's see. La la la. There we go. Let's see if that helped any. Push comes to shove. I'm just talking to myself, so it's all good. We are working on Call Dance Dionysus today. As always, my little baby goals 100 stitches, roughly an hour. So, since this is a 3-hour stream today, I am hoping to get 300 stitches done. I am also exhausted, so if I seem a little bit more low key, I'm exhausted. Okay. Today I'm hoping to finish out black on this cross stitch too, because on Tuesday I was trying to get black all done on the page on Divine Instinct, which I did. So I call that a win. Today I'm hoping to get through it on Call Dance, because I mean on the first page it was only a tiny little smidge right here, but on this page it's much more significant because of course it is. I'm gonna be a riot to myself today. Okay, 10 and 12. 2. So I started a new piece of string, so I'm starting at the top and working my way down, because the little cluster I'm working on that goes down this way has a little offshoot. So I'm trying to incorporate it. 3, 6 out, 3, 4, 6 out. There's the out. 2. I can't say I haven't been working on crafty things, because that is a bold-faced lie. I started a light pink, a baby pink, and a dark green baby dragon. I'm hoping to sit down tomorrow because it's my day off, and I should be streaming with Dast. I haven't touched base with her because this week is just I've lived at work this week. But I should be streaming with Dast. But that also means that I get to sleep a little later in the morning, which I'm totally pumped about. Space 4. Okay, so I did some of the little outliers. There's more down in here, but as I get down the way here, I'll work on those. Oh. Also, break time will be at 11, so I can go stuff the stove and get that all set. Oh my goodness. I need to start getting better about taking my allergy medicine because that time of the year has arrived. Okay. I hear blue jays. Now I'm going down this way, but there's also a chunk down that way. There we go. At least something's working. My brain isn't. So I was super proud of myself. I did manage to get my Meadow Dragon hosting up. So if you go to my website and you see pictures and it says this picture is actually the thing you're going to be getting, that's what it is. I take pictures of the actual product. If there's only one of a kind, I don't replicate. I can make one of the same color scheme, but it's not going to be the same. Because, contrary to popular belief, I'm not a machine. So everything that I make will be different. Now, do I aim to have them relatively the same? Absolutely. But that's not always how it goes. Oh, there's a 2 out and 3. Oops. Oh well. So we got this one, and skip to another one, skip to another one, and a distance from 3 from the end of one. Figure by 10 I'll be awake, but you know, this is the beauty of my 3-hour shift or my 3-hour shift, my 3-hour stream is I prefer to start earlier than go later, just because of how it encroaches on my work anxiety. Okay. So let's see. Next, it's not a solid block of black that's going down. It's definitely. Hi, Peg. I know. I know. I don't generally do this, but I'm gonna call people out. Oh, nope, it's just me. And Olani. Well, just me right now. At least someone's connected, so that makes me a little happy. Whew. I just wanted to make sure because like my bot RX didn't connect, um, and like I'm not getting any sort of notifications. So I'm like, It was me and Stream Elements is who was hanging out today. Oh, well, blood work is always fun. I'm working on, I'm hoping everything kicks in with enough force for me to go to work today. Not that I won't go to work, but I would like to do it with a little bit more gusto than what I currently have. But I survived my 13-hour shift. And I have tomorrow off. And then I have an 11-hour shift on Saturday. And then I have my craft fair and then work. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be loading up the car. Um, I'm just exhausted. So if I don't seem chatty, feel free. I will gladly interact. But I am exhausted. My brain is my brain is working like one of my squirrels. My four squirrel brain that generally runs on two squirrels is now down to one squirrel because the other squirrel is like limping on life support. Okay, this next piece of string is gonna work on this area here because it's like a disco fever of black. Hey, look, I'm talking to myself. I need to get that. There's so much on my to-do list. It's not even funny. But but I've gotten some new displays up and running. Um, Today I think I'll be able to go outside for a hot second to finish gluing some of them. Because I'm I'm using spray adhesive, um, because because uh, I do use glues for other things, but it's been spray adhesive the past little bit of time just because um, that's what it's needed to be. It's the glue that fits the job that needs to be done. So um, yesterday, let's see, Tuesday. Yeah, okay. So Tuesday night, someone called out for yesterday day shift. Now I was already coming in at 10. I was already tapped out. I couldn't do any more. Um, so the assistant resident care director came in because she was going to work from home. So she came in, and two other people did the uh, did the med carts, and I came in at 10 and I did baths and showers. No, there weren't a whole lot of baths and showers. There were four people who wanted baths and showers, and it wasn't anything to like. It wasn't super busy, so it was super chill, and I got to interact with people during the day and meet a few workers that I didn't know about. Not that I didn't know about them, I just didn't know them. Um, so, I mean, overall, it was a great experience being able to meet some other people. And truly, there's no but. Well, other than the after two, I had to go pass meds, and I get to do that tonight as well. Though though I think I might get to be on desk tonight. Um, because one of my coworkers signed up for a shift, and we she the things happened, and paperwork wasn't done properly. So yeah, but if she comes in and the boss lets her stay, we'll have four people on shift, and I can do desk. Which honestly, I really need. I just need a night where I can sit and make sure things get done. Mm. 2 out. Okay. 2 out. This is just a weird area of blockiness that I'm trying to get done, and it's all over the place. Oh, okay, there's that. Two there, and then three. Speckle black, yay! One, where is it? Um, So all this, like this dark brown here, has been super hard to see on the chart that I'm on Pattern Keeper, because it's a finished stitch. When it is a finished stitch, it turns into the color that it represents. So the dark brown is really hard to see on a dark background. But rest assured, so I have what I'm working on for this little clump down, and then I have a clump in here. A gathering? I don't know. So I'm working on my next meadow dragon. It's gonna have the big swallowtail wing. Um, Actually, it's gonna have the wings that Nightstone should have had, but And I love Nightstone just the way they are. I made the wrong wings for them. Okay. And the wings are a variegated, um, so and it's a dark variegated. So I think I'm gonna go with a light. I don't have a whole lot of like not like as light as the light pink, but I think I'm gonna try to find like because let me show you guys. This is a variegated. It has a whole lot of colors that could be brought out with a lighter color of any of the colors in the wings. Um, Honestly, I'm tackling the wings because it's the hardest. It's the hardest pattern to make in that particular set, and they by far are the absolute most gorgeous. Um, so I'm going to tackle it. Teacher is very nosy. Teacher, what am I doing today? I'm streaming and working like I do almost every single day. You know this. Oh, how am I doing today? I can't read apparently. Oh my goodness. Ugh. It's definitely going to be an interesting morning till some caffeine or some meds kick in, whichever kicks in first. Uh, this is. I'm moving over to a big clump of black. Or bigger. It goes. Let's see, how far does it go down? Okay, so where I'm working, get this down over in here. In a very odd fashion, but we'll get. Okay. 3 over. And 2. Mhm. And because I've been so busy the past couple days, I have not gotten Vaporeon all put together yet. Um, Nothing's changed since Monday. or Tuesday. I did not stream on Monday because I was dead tired. I was more tired Monday than I am now. Mm, let's see if I can get one direction. Good save. I caught it. Oh my goodness. Where are my scissors? That's my nail file. I used an emery board today, Jules. My nails have been getting jagged edges, so I actually sat down and used my emery board today. And I even know the proper name for it. I passed today's girly test. I can't make any promises about tomorrow's girly test. So I had an interesting experience yesterday. Um, we have one lady who has a darker paint job. That's what I'm calling it. You guys can hate on me if you want, but for now, from here on out, I'm calling skin tone color paint jobs. So we have one resident who has a darker paint job than everybody else in the building, and I was doing baths and showers, and she was on my list. Now, I understand that people of darker skin tones need better moisturizers for their skin because it attracts light and it dries them out. Um, and it was honestly my first time washing hair of that texture. Um, and I think she said I did a really good job. I'm gonna trust her on that. But it broke my heart. It broke my heart. She was because she has snow white hair. It is beautifully snow white. Um, and she wears a wig. She and it's not a weave. It's a wig. Um, and again, no wig shaming. I have a wig that I now that I have head foam heads that I can set it on that I want to style my wig. But her natural hair is so short, and she was telling me that her husband was a barber, and when she was young, um, he put something in it that made it straight, but it instead of straightening it out, it it burned it off and it never grew back. And and I was telling her, I'm like, girl, you had beautiful hair. Why would you want to straighten it? Yes, I know it's a lot of work. I know the reasons why. Uh, but I was fortunate. I was able to wash it, and I picked it out a little bit, just for her to toss the wig back on. But I was proud of myself. She got I used a little bit of hair oil for her, some argan oil, or argan. Um, I was able to like do get her hair cleaned and dried and nice to the best of my ability. and I mean, that brought me a little bit of joy. But it again, it broke my heart to think that she destroyed her hair trying to make it straight. And I have learned my hair can get straighter. My hair looks gorgeous after using a flat iron. But too much work. Mm-hmm. Okay, I get to do some traveling. I'm a traveling raw. Do 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 do. F2. Gap 4. 2, 4, 1, 3. Oh, gap a 2 all the way. Mm-hmm. Per usual, mini goals for today. 300 stitches because I like to do 100 stitches an hour. Um, I'd like to get 310 all done. Maybe, maybe not. Having a mini break at 11 because while spring is working its way here, I still have to feed the wood stove a little bit. We're not having to go down into the basement every day, so that's kind of an improvement. No. Okay, there's that. Start with that here, and then go one up. I'm really excited. I'm excited about Sunday. Um, because it marks a year that I've been doing craft fairs. Outside of the Christmas season, like this one, this particular fair means a lot to me because it was my first one on my own. Um, I made a lot of mistakes, like bringing a big black tent into a gymnasium. It was too dark, so this year I'm not bringing the tent. I love my tent. Don't get me wrong. I love my tents. But I've also adapted so that I don't need the tent to have my stuff. I've purchased table grabbers, for lack of a better term, so that I can have my vertical displays without having my tent. So I've also motivated myself to get my pegboard going. So there we go. Mm, right there. Mhm. Perfect way to end this little area. This a little tail. And then I'm almost done with. So, so the next block I'll be working on is a V shape down here, and then a little clump of color over here and down into the groove there. And then I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna go back up here and tackle the part that I didn't go I didn't do while I was sliding down here because it was just off. It was off from the area where I was going. So, but yeah, I have faith that we will get black all done, except for two spots. There are two spots off in the ass end middle of nowhere that honestly I'm kind of irked as to where they are, but I might take the jump. I might take the jump and count, but at the same time, probably not. I will just move it over to the alone colors because I still have to do them. but the majority of 310 will be done today. I'm gonna just mark where I need to start. There's a... Mm-hmm. And I have no idea what color I'm gonna do after 310, honestly. I should be preparing better, but I'm not. Oh well. I have been managing to keep my stuff clean though. I have been managing to clean stuff and keep it clean. Or at least mildly organized. I'm kind of proud of myself for that because I think it's because I told myself that I'm not starting any new projects that I need to get done for my craft fair. Because had I done that, everything would be a hot mess. Just cause. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. There. Yeah, I'm splitting it up because while the last bits that I'm working on are on like the same plane, they're on the same lines. They're distanced just far enough apart that I don't want to do the stretch. Like I'll do this stretch because it comes down into a V, but the other part is right up against here, and I'm like, nah, I'll just do it in its own bit. Mm-hmm. And there's also like a huge chunk that goes down to the bottom. We'll do little blocks of color, and then we'll do a big block. And then we will question our life choices and change color. And you don't even have to. You don't even have to change colors to question your life choices. It just adds a little bit of spice. I gotta. I also think my magnifying glass got dirty again. 1 second. You're fine. Whoever I'm running over, you're fine. Hi. I almost ran Pixie over because she was underneath my wheel. But she's fine. I've been having more Velcro dogs than normal, and I don't have. Oh, I guess I'll fix that at 11. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see if my brain can tolerate it till 11. It's not super bad, but at the same time, yuck. Mhm. Boucher, you're fine. Mhm. Oh my goodness. Oh, my brain is special today. Oh. Mhm. Yep, yep. Mhm. Mm. Almost to the bottom of this one. And we'll go over to the other one. And... I love connecting the page that I finished to the new page. Starts reaching it out into the next segment. Mm. Yeah, this last bit's only 5 lines, so it's real. So we'll be moving. We'll be moving to another part of the page here in a second. And we have hit over 100 for the first hour, so gives me hope. I know I will not be hitting 2% on Buckaroo Banzai here, but I'll hit. No, I did hit over 2%. And what I meant was 10,000 stitches. So I still have a couple thousand before I hit that. Three. One, two, and that's it for this little area. And go back up to this area and get that chunk done. There's that. We have gotten to the wall. Back up here. I suspect by 11 we'll have black all done. Oh goodness. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I don't think YouTube connected correctly. So I'm going to do a fast disconnect and I'm going to try reconnecting to the appropriate places. So it's not Twitch, it's me. I'm disconnecting and let's see. Twitch is back. YouTube is on. Let's see what's going on. See if it connects. Oh, I heard stuff going on. It sounds like it's just my connection notifications though. Might have to have a conversation with YouTube today. Oh well. I have to soothe my poor abused dog who doesn't get pets 24 hours a day, or cuddles, or her Kong throne. She wants it all at once, all 24 hours a day, and she is very upset that I cannot accommodate her. Because she says I have this pesky thing called work that takes me from her, and I've explained to her that if she can make me a viral millionaire in a couple of videos, that I would gladly stay home with her. I would drop down to part-time in a heart. Make enough money to pay my utilities and because yeah, if I got $1 million, I'd pay my house off, I'd pay my car off, I'd pay husband creature's car and all his debt off, all my credit card debt, all the debt would go away with $1 million, all of it. And then I'd use the remainder to side and insulate my house, so we wouldn't have to spend gobs of money on wood every year. But that's only, honestly, that's only like $300,000. Like, I know, it sounds like such a. Oh, hey, look, there's Bot RX or Bot Rix. But yeah, that's if I had $1 million, that's what I'd do. I'd be a responsible adult. I'd get the house professionally leveled. Rila, skip 1 and 2.
something quite absurd. We shall go the distance, we will not go unheard. Hold us down in torture, you barely said a word. But now the time has come, we will not go unheard. Ask now for forgiveness, our wrath you have incurred. Stand aside and witness, we will not go unheard.
My goodness. My eyes are not at all working today. Even with me looking down through my bifocals. Because yes, I actually have learned how to use the magnification part of my bifocals. I'm not too pleased to admit that I have bifocals. I, for whatever reason, the hardest part of like admitting and thinking about my age is my eyesight. I don't know why, but that's my weak spot. Like I don't care telling people, "Oh yeah, I'm 42 years old." Because most of that doesn't bother me, but the moment I stop and I think about my eyes and like I'm trying to see to do stuff, I'm like, "Fuck." One more. One more even. I kind of like the dogs in this track. The bark, bark, bark. skip one and one. As my hand decides to do the crab, yeah. Looking at my hands through the magnifying glass. Oh, I have a few lines left of this area, and then we'll go down to this area here. Okay, two. Ooh, that was a fun roller coaster. Oh, I was off by a little bit on a few of these. Oh, that's gonna be fun later on. Oh well. It's not gonna be too awful. Honestly, just one circumstance where. Okay, so. Easy enough fix right there. And I'm pretty sure somewhere in my brain I told myself that I needed to fix that, but I didn't. Yeah, the only casualty of that entire mistake was that one little white dot is one spot back than where it should be, so it's not a huge deal. hoping I have enough string to finish off this little tail here. There's not a whole lot of stitches, but I don't have a whole lot of string left either. See if I can get 4 more stitches out of the string I got left. Yay! I'm almost done this section of black. I have one chonka of black left, so. But that's today's goal, is to get 310 off the page. Except for 2 stitches that I can't reach at this moment. Well, happy birthday to him. My sister's birthday is tomorrow. And yeah. Okay, we have completed that section of black. Now we are going down here to close out the color on the page. I'm actually zoomed out. I'm starting to see grapes. And I'm pretty tired today, so I might just get 310 all done and call it a day. Mostly so I can just rest before I have to go back into work, because I am toast. At this point, I'm almost charcoal level toast. But doing this brings me joy, so I don't want to be like, no, I'm not going to stream, because truly, I get joy out of hopping on and streaming and chatting. Oh, I'm gonna have a little T-Rex type thing like it right now. I'll point it out when I get all done this particular chunk, but the chunk itself looks like a T-Rex, and I'm so pumped to get it done now. Okay, so. I love the weird little shapes that sometimes come out. I've had a lot of penises show up. Buffalo Woman had quite a few cloud penises. But this chunk is gonna look like a T-Rex when it's done. Or the chubby Capricorn that she had towards the end. Okay. Oops. So there's about 20 lines that I'm gonna be working on, and honestly, I might call it a day. We'll see. We'll see where the interaction and my feels are. Mhm. Mhm. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted one left. I could skip that one and do that right there. Mhm. One more. Mhm. I've been watching. So it's Hope Scope is I guess her YouTube name. She buys like Timu stuff, and then she sees the picture, and she does a lot of that. She buys lost packages. She bought a storage unit, and it's like it's so addicting to watch because I I I shop off Timu, but at the same time I don't buy clothing off of them. I bought a shirt, like t-shirts. As long as you like order relatively in your size range, it can't go too wrong with t-shirts. So I haven't had any problems there. But I'm very I'm very leery of like full on dresses because I bought a dress, gorgeous dress. I looked at the measurements, I ordered it, and it was still too small. So I I don't order anything fancy dancy from them. At least in terms of clothing. Um, and I mean, it's so much fun to watch her in shorts. I bought a loungewear set. It came with shorts and a t-shirt. It was very stretchy. So no issue, no issues with stretch. Um, but I've been watching her channel, and that's been fun. I've also been watching a castle restoration channel, and all of these, like the restoration ones that I watch, I make sure that they have a few videos on the page because some of them are just like speed run throughs through restoration. And while I like that, don't get me wrong, I also like watching the journey and listening to them talk about, hey, this is this is what we're gonna fix today. This is what's wrong. This is how we're going to do it. Because I learn from that. So I've been watching one where they're restoring an old train station in Britain. My more favorite one is Escape to Rural France, where someone is bought an abandoned chateau and is realistically trying to fix it up. And yeah, so I like watching those kinds of videos, and I have been. That's what I've been doing recently. While I've been, ooh, I got a burp that just doesn't want to come out. That's what I've been doing recently while I've been like prepping my display pieces and finishing up projects here and there as I've been watching stuff like that. Mhm. But the past couple days, I just haven't had any time. I was supposed to have a staff meeting today, but that got canceled and moved to next Wednesday. So I guess that's a benefit. But so I only have 8 hours to work today. Um, and I have tomorrow off, and then I have an 11-hour day on Saturday, and then between the two places, um, like the craft fair goes, I'm gonna be there at 8 to start setting up. So I'm gonna be there 8 to 3, and then from then I got to break down, and then I'm going to work because it's a whole disaster, and I'm just gonna roll with it. It's not worth getting upset over. Um, it has reminded me that I do need to look for more Monday through Friday jobs if I ever want to be able to do any sort of regular market though. So if I ever want my in-person stuff to start selling more in person, I need to motivate towards a as a Monday through Friday job. I don't even care if it's weird hours. It just needs to be giving me the weekends off, or at least the ability to ask for a weekend day off. Because currently, where I am, if it's my weekend to work, I cannot get it off. Those are the rules. Um, and I would have to find my own coverage. So it's too complicated. I would much rather just find a job where I have those days off, or if I put in for the vacation time that I have more than enough of, that I can just get it off with no questions asked. Because I'm starting to feel a little bit entitled at my job, whereas I don't call out. I'm one of the first people to say yes if I can cover a shift. I come in early for people, I stay late for people, and I still cannot manage to get the little bit of times I ask for off. So my fire has been reignited to start applying heavily again. They got me for the winter because winter drags me down, but I'm hoping that this summer I can find something. Even if it's at a little lower pay rate, because I can do it. I can do it at a little lower pay rate. I have my base level that I can manage. Okay, same start one. If I can get all the way to the end of this one. My mini games of Fred. Dragon that says I need more yarn. Little did I know that I would need more yarn. A lot of the t-shirts you guys see me wearing are from Tea Turtle because I love them. They're having they're almost always having a sale. Marketing these days is, hey, if they think you're always having a sale, they'll buy more from you. That's why, like, when when they're having a bigger sale, I take a look, but I'm never too horribly worried. Because if I really, really, really want it and it's not on sale, I'm gonna buy it. If it's on sale and I'm buying it, hey, that's better for me. I might buy like a shirt more or something. Kind of like when Heaven and Earth has sales. I prefer their 50% off sales. I'll buy 4 patterns as opposed to just 2 that I'd normally buy. And funny enough, they are having a sale until midnight tonight. And I mean, yeah, I have a wish list, but at the same time, I have so many beautiful patterns that I am. Because getting the patterns and doing the patterns are 2 separate hobbies. It's kind of like collecting the yarn and creating projects with the yarn, 2 separate hobbies. Mm-hmm. So this is the head of the little T-Rex, and there's his eye right there. It's like the Google, the 404 not found error level T-Rex. It's not like super detailed, but it's like an ink splot test T-Rex. Skip one until the end. These are the long lines. Like this is blocks of color. These are. It's gonna take me a hot second. At 11 o'clock, I am putting on the burb, so I can go stuff the wood stove and whatnot. And yeah, I'm probably just gonna. I'm looking at the time and looking at how fast I'm going. I'm probably just gonna end when I'm done 3:10, because it'll probably be close to noon anyway. So back here. Oh, Dragon, if you're still listening, I did talk to Kelpie last night. Do whatever you need to do. I fully support. I would just like in the honestly like in like I don't know like maybe the gaming stuff, because I guess Formula One is kind of like a is eh, somewhere in that ballpark, but in the gaming area maybe just a a sports streaming channel or something like that. Or even just make it a special event kind of thing. Like just be like this channel will be active until this day XYZ. But yeah, go right ahead. They reached out to me and I just didn't. I don't let those decorations win. They're motherfuckers. Um, I know they were worried about the legality of it and all legitimacy. Um, as long as we are not charging anybody or making a profit, we are not violating any sort of. We don't have advertisements, so we're not violating any sort of regulations. And folks, that is why like the NFL and whatnot get uppity when you play stuff, is because most of the places you see it have advertisements, but my Discord server has no advertisements. There's no there's no membership fees. So and I was just passing it on because it crossed my brain. I just last night I was not horribly human last night. Um, again, I was a charcoal I was a charcoal nugget. Um, welcome back, Jules. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's funny. I set a goal of 300 stitches, 100 stitches an hour. I haven't hit my checkbox in a bit, but I'm already at 258 stitches, and I'm 99% sure that what I have highlighted is over 50 stitches. So it just makes me giggle because I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling kind of about existing today, and I'm also feeling bad because I've like I love doing this. Don't get me wrong, I'm loving it, but at the same time, I'm starting to worry about, do I have enough time to get ready for my craft fair on Sunday, because I'm working so many hours up until the point of the craft fair, and I mean 11 at night is not the best time to be moving stuff across the street into my car when you're night blind. So I've started needlessly worrying because I know I'll get it done. Everybody and their mom knows I'll get it done, but mm, 4 stitches. So I've gotten like the little head of the T Rex all done. Let me see if I can move the camera so it's better. So, um, I don't know if find my package is like the best game to be. Like seriously, like last night, a lot of the residents were like, "You've been here a while. Weren't you here this morning?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've been here since 10 in the morning." And they're like, "Woo!" And they're like, "Aren't you tired?" I'm like, "Yeah, but that's what it is. What it is." Woo! Well, so I don't. I used to, back when we were even shorter staffed. Every night I would have 3 carts, and I would take care of the carts and make sure that they were stocked, make sure that they were organized, not overstocked. But now I only do 2 carts, and there's 2 neighborhoods that I never get to see. Um, but I've been running into things like people seeing someone's low on meds, replacing the med, but not like putting a check mark or noting that they've brought down extra meds. And the boss's response is, well, you should just be looking in the back before you go up to the med room. And I get it. But sometimes it's just easier to see that check mark and go, oh, okay, it's already taken care of. And I've been looking in the back and seeing, like, because sometimes it gets clogged up, it gets crunchy. And I've been, I was doing that last night, and I'm seeing like 2 or 3 backup stocks for meds where we don't need that much. And I'm like, this screws up when I go to do the when I do the cycle fill for meds, because I'll see that, oh, we only have 1 card of this, not knowing that someone has placed as in backup, or when they get the meds in, they don't bother to see if we need it in the cart or if it can go in the med room. Like 5 cards in the back of a cart. So I think, oh, we only have 1 card, so we're going to need this on cycle fill. No, no. And then we get too much. And then, and then we have to throw it away because it expires. It's like, see, that's the area of waste that I would like the douchebags, the douchebags to be looking at. That's mine. Douchebag is mine. And I'm going to put it on TikTok too. I probably am not the first one to think it, but or say it, but I'm claiming it. Mm-hmm. I got 5 lines left. And it is 11, so I'm going to run downstairs real quick to stuff my stove. Ah, I'm back. It's actually kind of, it's, oh, just as I get back, ad break. That's how it goes. One. See my little T-Rex making his appearance? It's okay if you don't see it. I know that I know of a few screws loose, so it's okay. It's all good. This week has been weird. Even on this end, and then one. Oh, so I need everybody to know that my boss believes that there are people over 300 years old getting Social Security payments because she unfortunately supports the orange cucumber. That's right, orange cucumber. And I've been struggling with this since I found out. Because for me it's not about politics. Like hands down, not about politics. What he's doing it policy wise is awful, absolutely. Hands down, it's awful policy. Morally, that man. No, that's an insult to men. That it is so morally corrupt that it oozes in my being, my morals, my humanity. So I've been dealing with that. And and finding out that she in fact believes that there are people who are getting payments even though it says that they're over 300 years old, even though I explained to her the debunking of that and the coding that was involved. She still believes, and she also wouldn't put past that there are kitty litter boxes in high schools in Maine, which there aren't, which there's a very detailed tracking of where that came into the right-wing media to make the left, to make them hate people who think humanity should just exist a bad thing. So yeah, I had to get it off my chest. Yeah, I had to say it. I had to get it out. And it's been a real struggle. Yeah. Well, and we were talking about how um, Musk hasn't actually saved us anything, and and that I shouldn't be worried about Social Security or Medicare, even though that my place of employment is funded solely by Medicare and Social Security. There are like 3 private pay people, but they couldn't pay for the facility. So my entire livelihood is dependent on what Medicare and Social Security provide. She's not worried about it. He's not going to touch Social Security. He promised he wouldn't. I had to. She's like, we'll just agree to disagree, and I'm like, no, no. I'll smile and put a face on my face, but I don't agree. Like, and again, it's also going into my motivation to yeah. And she's like, you wouldn't believe it if they showed you what their real budget was. You wouldn't believe it right now anyway. I'm like, if it came from a reputable source, yes. If it came from an accounting firm or someone not associate a non-partisan accounting firm, I would absolutely believe that if there was a line item that said circumcisions in Zimbabwe, which is something she said, um, if it came from an accounting firm, I would absolutely believe it. But it's not there. So yeah, there was, and that was in the middle of my shift yesterday. I kept it together. Get it together, Ra. Now I got it stuck in my head. Now I got that song stuck in my head. I try to think about Elvis, Memphis, Oprah in the afternoon. Okay. I try to think about high heels, big deals. Creature from the Black Lagoon. The real reason I need my voice more louder than my music is so when I sing off genre songs, it overwhelms my background music. I still haven't hit my check mark, so I know that I've hit 50. I got 2 more lines and then calling it a day. Maybe 3, if you count one stitch in a different line. I don't. It's just not enough. You guys see my little T-Rex? T-Rex? And the next 3 lines will show like his two little nub legs. Okay. I'm hoping by the time you guys hear this, you'll be able to take a look-see. So, I'm working on wings, but I need 2 accent colors, and I want them to be light. So, these are the wings. I don't know if Jewel saw them earlier. This is the wing color. I'll put it underneath the light here. This is the wing color. They're going to be swallowtail butterfly wings, so with the super long tail. But it's going to be a meadow dragon, and I need 2 colors. I want them to be relatively light, and yeah, they can be in this palette, and I kind of thought about that, but that would look good with this color palette. Ah, well, I thank you for messing with Discord. Any other day I would have already had it done. It's just they asked me at the tail end of my shift last night, and I was like, fuck this. And they told me they already talked to you, so I knew I wouldn't have to use a whole lot of words. There's one. Skip one and one. And while you're poking around in there, if you want, you can make it video gaming and esports, that kind of thing, or sports, all the sports. Sports. Okay. Ooh, listen. Ooh. Get 300. Okie doke. I'm closing in on the last few stitches of 310. We're going to celebrate that a little bit. But at the same time, I'm going to close out the stream today because I need to rule zero just a smidge. Not a whole lot. Just I need to sit and recuperate and recharge for my shift today. So we're gonna and see, look, it's a little T-Rex. T-Rex is super cute. So let me hit my check mark and we can go over the stats and all that fun stuff. Okay, so we started out at 2.02%. And we are now at 2.11%. So that's a pretty good jump. We did 420 stitches, which makes me giggle just a smidge. So we are now up to 9,384. So next couple days, I'll probably get to 10,000 stitches on this guy. I'll pull back a little so you guys can see. Let's see if I can. I'll move my. Oh my goodness! There we go. There. That's what we got going on for call dance. But I love you guys. Thank you for the gift of your times. Your time? Time. Yeah, time. Not plural. Drink your water. Take your meds. Be kind to yourself without harming others, and be kind to others without harming yourself. I will be lurking around, but chances are I'll probably just be snoozing until I have to go to work. I will see everybody on Friday tomorrow. Streaming with Dast. I don't know what time yet. Probably around 6 or 7. And we will see where that goes. I love y'all. Have fun. And stuff.